The leaf block, delicate, unassuming and rots away all on its own. Why could this be the most important block in Minecraft? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Clever Blocks tutorial series. Now today we are going to look at what I personally believe to be the most important and clever block in the entirety of Minecraft. Well, there are so many Minecraft blocks. What on earth could that block be, Avo? Well, you might have your own opinion. Maybe for you it is the mossy cobblestone because it's got such a fantastic texture. Perhaps it's the oak planks because of the incredible flexibility they give. Maybe it's the observer because you are a redstone genius. Perhaps it's a diamond block because you're just greedy. Maybe it's the concrete because it's smooth, jointless texture. Or maybe it's diorite or granite because you're completely mental. But I am going to try and show you why I think the leaf block is the most important block in Minecraft. Let's go. So let's make a start. Now there are some obvious reasons and there are some less obvious reasons why this is a candidate for the best block in the game. Let's talk about a fairly obvious one. It's one of the only blocks in the game that disappears on its own and yet at the same time can give you other entities and other blocks that weren't there in the first place. Now let me just demonstrate this. So I have cleared out a load of these trees here and all I've done is chop out the wood. I haven't touched anything else, and yet these things are disappearing all on their own. You don't have to mine them out, they do it on their own. But when they do, there is an excellent chance that they could drop one of any three things. The first is their sapling, which allows you to grow a brand new tree. Oak sapling. Boom, plant that, a brand new tree will come all on its own. The second, of course, is sticks. Very useful for crafting tools. And the third, apples. So they provide you with food, tools, and complete replenishment of themselves. It's amazing. The next thing, this completely replaceable resource that you can effectively get infinite amounts of, is completely compostable. Let's pop these in this chest up the top here. That will flow through the composter, and you can see if I stand on top of it, it's slowly going up, and eventually that composter is going to give a little bit of compost that can be collected at the bottom or just pop out if you've only got a composter and no system. Brilliant. Leaves are a transparent block. The transparent by definition is whether or not it will let light pass through it and only diminish that light's power by one value. So obviously the value of the torch is 14. That block there will be 13, which would imply this block would have a light level of 12. It is currently exactly midnight, so it should be 0. If I check F3, you can see this block here, I'm stood on it, has got a light level of 12. Now, you can change the graphics so as you can't see that torch. So I'm just going to change from fancy graphics, which is on now, to fast graphics. So you can see now that fast graphics are now put on and all of the leaf has changed. You can't see through them. They're no longer visibly transparent. You can't look through them. If you do look there low, I don't know if you can see it very well, but if I come backwards a little bit, no, you can't see it. But right in the middle of my screen there, this leaf has a creeper face. In fast settings, there are creeper faces on the leaves. Can you see those? Hopefully I remember to edit an arrow in so you can see them. However, just because it's not visually transparent doesn't mean that it's not actually transparent to light. It used to be that in this mode, the light transparency was gone and it became an opaque block like stone or a grass block or something. But now, if we check this stone here, it is still got a light level of 12. It is still a transparent block from a light perspective, and that means mobs will not spawn on it whether you are in fast or fancy mode. Unlike most transparent full-size blocks like glass and glowstone, sea lanterns, things like that, these guys do not need an enchanted tool to be able to collect them. You need silk touch for the others. This one, you just need a couple of bits of iron and you can collect up as many of these lovely full-size transparent blocks as you could possibly need. Now, because of their transparent properties, they are an absolutely brilliant block that you can use for bridging across to an ender from the main island. These are the best XP farms, but for some reason, if you make your platform trimmed in leaves, it improves the spawn rate of the Enderman. It's actually really strange. Let me demonstrate. I'm currently in peaceful mode, but I'm going to change myself into normal mode. Not hard, but normal mode. Instantly, look at that. They're just flying in. This is insane. They are, I mean, so many of them, and because I went close they stopped spawning. So I'm going to come here and I'm just going to demonstrate how completely mental this thing can be. So I'm in survival mode and I'm just going to take a peek at one of these black boys. They don't like it very much and they come here and you just hack away at them like a complete nutcase. It's fantastic. Just keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them. Now if you had sweeping edge and perhaps looting or some other sharpness type thing, this would be a really good way of making yourself some XP. And what's good is because I've surrounded myself in glass and stuff, they actually can't get me under here. But the one thing I really like most about bushes, being a builder, is the way that they can improve your builds, whether it's aesthetically or functionally. Let's take this house for example. You've got a pretty decent looking house. It's not too bad an effort for something I just threw together in about 10 minutes. It's got some external detail. It's got feet. It's got a nice textured roof and it's got a little pathway and a pond. It's okay, but it's a little bit bland. You can bring this fella to life by adding a few bushes. Let me show you. They can add points of interest to an otherwise bland world, maybe hiding away little monuments that add to the lore of your world as well. And you can use them for added decoration around your house, garden or base in all sorts of different ways. Here we've put just a couple high tower on top of a composter, on top of a barrel, on top of a couple of types of log. We've got oak log and a spruce log there that works really, really well. Or we've got acacia log with a post and it on top of that, a little bit like a topiary tree. You've got that directly on the floor. And then we've used a cauldron with exactly the same coming out. It looks like a planter. Then we can create hanging baskets, just single blocks, or perhaps a little kind of star with 4 around a post and 1 underneath. And then we've got a hanging planter using 3 cauldrons and 3 lots of leaves on some trapdoors, hanging down using some fence posts. It is the most versatile block in the game. And if you don't want torches or lanterns all over the grounds of your base, just get yourself a bush and hide a little lantern inside. The transparency of the bush and the leaves will allow the light to flood through, keeping away any creepers or zombies or skellies. Keep that base safe with a nice big bush. Now I've used a lot of bushes in my solo survival world Avomancia, from this trellis all the way through to this lined path and the way that the bushes cascade up the hills to make it look far more natural. This is how you can completely transform your landscape just with a few leaves. You can't do that with cobble or with wood or with any other block for that matter. Only the leaves are going to give you the versatility of cascading bushes down the mountains or lining a mountain path. This is, without doubt, in my mind, the best block in the game. What is your favourite block in this game? What block adds to the game more than any other in your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making. And also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club. I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.